Stop everything you're doing right now. The hip-hop industry as we know it has just collapsed, and the Big Three era has officially ended in the most disgusting way possible. This isn't just a rumor, and this isn't just another rap beef. This is a criminal-level betrayal. We had just received leaked audio and a verified statement that confirms the unthinkable. Cole has officially turned on Drake. In a world-shattering confession that has left the OVO camp in a state of absolute high-alert panic, Cole has finally revealed the dark, dirty truth behind his 2024 apology. He didn't walk away because of peace. He didn't walk away because of maturity. He was paid to stay silent. Cole is claiming that Drake wired him a staggering, life-changing sum of money, millions of dollars, to ensure that the rap game didn't turn into a big 2 against 1. This is a smoking gun. The ultimate proof that Drake was absolutely terrified of Kendrick Lamar from the very beginning. But why now? Why did Cole choose the year 2026 to burn the bridge and expose the bribe? Stay tuned, because what we are about to show you is the most sickening display of manipulation in music history. The receipts are out, the silence is broken, and Drake's empire is burning to the ground. To understand the magnitude of this betrayal, we have to go back to the moment the earth stood still. The 2024 Kendrick Lamar onslaught. Remember the tension? The air was thick with the scent of a fallen dynasty. Kendrick had just released Like That, and the world was waiting for the Big Three, Drake, J. Cole, and Kendrick, to settle the score once and for all. We all saw Cole drop 7-minute drill. It was aggressive. It was competitive. It was exactly what hip-hop needed. But then, in a move that baffled historians and fans alike, Cole stood on that stage at Dreamville Fest and did the unthinkable. He apologized. He called his own diss lame. He called Kendrick one of the greatest to ever do it. At the time, we thought it was a spiritual awakening. We thought Cole was choosing his mental health over the toxicity of the rap game. But the insiders knew something was off. The math wasn't adding up. How does a competitive beast like Cole, a man who has spent years claiming he's the best rapper alive, just fold his cards and walk away while his legacy was being mocked? The history between Drake and Cole has always been painted as a brotherhood of elites. From first-person shooter to the joint tour, they presented a united front. But according to these new, explosive leaks, that brotherhood was actually a hostage situation. You see, Drake knew Kendrick was coming with something nuclear. He knew he couldn't fight a war on two fronts. If Cole stayed in the race, Kendrick's focus would be split, sure, but if Cole dropped out and validated Kendrick's greatness, it would look like a white flag of peace, rather than a tactical retreat fueled by absolute cowardice. For 2 years, a cold, eerie silence sat between the OVO and Dreamville camps. While Kendrick was winning Grammys and Pulitzer-level acclaim, Drake was retreating into the Iceman persona, trying to act like the losses didn't hurt, try to act like he was untouchable. But the whispers started growing louder in the underground. Sources close to the 2024 tour production have recently come forward claiming they saw unusual financial transfers and emergency closed-door meetings between Drake's high-priced legal team and Cole's management just 48 hours before that infamous Dreamville apology. Why would the Sixth God need to buy loyalty? Because Drake's entire brand is built on the illusion of being the apex predator. If Cole, his only true peer in terms of commercial success, had sided with Kendrick, or even just stayed in the line of fire, the OVO brand would have been dismantled in weeks. Instead, Cole took the exit ramp. For 2 years, he played the part of the peaceful observer while Drake tried to weather the Kendrick storm. But as we've seen throughout history, blood is thicker than water, but the truth is sharper than any blade. The tension has reached a breaking point in 2026. Cole is currently gearing up for what many believe to be his final act, the fall off, and it seems he refuses to go into retirement carrying Drake's dirty laundry. The weight of the hush money has become too heavy for a man who prides himself on being real. The guilt of abandoning the culture for a check has finally broken the middle child. We are looking at a decade's worth of friendship, collaboration, and mutual respect being incinerated in real time. This isn't just about rap anymore. This is about the soul of the genre. Was the greatest era of hip-hop actually bought and paid for by a man too scared to lose his crown? Was the apology we all cried over actually a transaction? The background is set, the players are in position, and the fuse has been lit. But what you're about to hear next The actual details of the confrontation where Cole snapped will make your blood run cold. Because Cole didn't just stop talking, he started recording. The explosion happened at exactly 3:14 a.m. last night, sending shockwaves through every corner of the internet. A burner account on X, allegedly belonging to a disgruntled former engineer at Dreamville who was present during the fall-off sessions, leaked a series of encrypted voice notes. These aren't just random clips. They're the sound of a brotherhood dying. In the audio, you can clearly hear Cole's voice. It's not the calm, meditative Cole we know. He sounds distressed, he sounds cornered, and he sounds like a man who is ready to burn it all down. I can't carry this to the grave, man. Cole is heard shouting in the recording. Every time I see Kendrick on that stage, I feel the weight of the lie. You didn't want to battle, Drake. You wanted a script. You showed me the wire. You told me if I stayed in, we both lose our heads. But look at you now. You still lost, and I'm the one looking like a sellout for a check I never even needed. The check Cole is referring to? Our insider sources in the industry's financial sectors have just confirmed a staggering $15 million consultancy fee was wired from a shell company linked to OVO's international touring arm directly into an offshore account connected to Cole's associates. The deal was simple but deadly. Cole had to apologize at Dreamville Fest, exit the beef immediately, and never, under any circumstances, publicly validate Kendrick Lamar's "not like us" narrative. In exchange, Drake would ensure Cole received a massive, undisclosed percentage of the big as a what? Tour revenue, even for the dates Cole didn't perform. But where did this confrontation happen? The scene was a private, high-security studio in North Carolina. Just 2 weeks ago, Drake reportedly flew down in his $185 million Air Drake jet for an unannounced visit. He didn't come to record. He came to intimidate. Reports suggest Drake had heard whispers that Cole was planning to feature Kendrick Lamar on a surprise track for his upcoming album, The Fall Off. The atmosphere in that studio was described as atomic. Witnesses, who are now terrified for their careers, say Drake reminded Cole of an investment he made in Cole's silence. That's when Cole finally snapped. "You didn't invest in me. You tried to own me," Cole reportedly screamed, throwing a chair across the room. "You were terrified of him in 2013 on Control, and you're paralyzed by him now. You didn't pay for my peace. You paid for your survival." But here's the first massive twist that will leave you absolutely breathless. It wasn't just the $15 million. The leaked documents surfacing alongside the audio suggest that Drake held leverage over Cole that was far more sinister than a simple bank transfer. There are mentions of a vault, a collection of unreleased footage and private recordings from the 2024 tour that Drake's team threatened to leak if Cole ever stepped out of line. This footage allegedly shows Cole in a moment of extreme personal vulnerability, something that could tarnish his pure and wholesome image forever. Drake wasn't just paying for silence. He was practicing high-level corporate blackmail. The emotional fallout from this revelation is nothing short of catastrophic. Fans who looked up to J. Cole as the last honest man in hip-hop are in a state of mourning. Across social media, you can see videos of people burning their Dreamville hoodies and smashing their Forest Hills Drive vinyls. The betrayal feels personal. One viral post, which has already gained 2 million likes, reads, "I defended this man at my dinner table. I told my kids he was choosing peace over ego. Turns out he was just choosing Drake's shadow over the light of the truth." And what is the OVO camp doing? For the first time in his career, Drake is silent. No cryptic Instagram stories of wine glasses, no petty memes, no responses. The OVO headquarters in Toronto is reportedly under a Category 5 lockdown. Private security has been tripled. Publicists are being told to shut down their phones. They know the veil has been ripped off, but it gets even darker. As this news broke, a second set of leaked messages appeared, this time allegedly from an OVO insider known as the Ghost. These messages suggest that Drake didn't stop at J. Cole. There are hints that other major rappers, names that would shock you to your core, were also offered financial incentives to stay neutral while Kendrick Lamar was dismantling Drake's reputation. Drake was trying to build a literal wall of paid silence around Kendrick, attempting to buy the entire culture just to save his own skin. Cole's confession hasn't just exposed a bribe. It has exposed the fact that the Big Three was a corporate facade. It was a monopoly designed to keep the most dangerous lyricist in the world, Kendrick Lamar, from his rightful throne. But as we process the shock of the $15 million ransom, a new piece of information has just surfaced that changes the entire narrative. Cole didn't just leak this because he felt guilty. He leaked it because he discovered that Drake was planning to release the blackmail footage anyway to discredit Cole before the fall-off could drop. Drake was going to betray his brother first. The internet didn't just react to this news. It suffered a total meltdown. Within 30 minutes of the voice notes leaking, the hashtag OVO exposed and hashtag the bribe reached #1 worldwide. But this wasn't just fans arguing. This was a systematic dismantling of Drake's credibility by the very people he calls his peers. This is where the escalation turns from a spark into a forest fire. A series of verified Twitter threads from high-level industry insiders, people who have worked in the shadows of OVO for years, started surfacing. One thread, which gained 500,000 retweets in under an hour, detailed the OVO NDA policy. It revealed that Drake's team doesn't just sign contracts, they sign ownership papers. The thread alleged that the $15 million given to Cole was part of a larger fund called Project Silence, a multi-million-dollar war chest dedicated to keeping Kendrick Lamar isolated. But then came the shocking reveal that changed the entire narrative. A leaked email, time-stamped just 3 days ago, allegedly shows a message from Jay, Cole's private server, to an address widely believed to belong to Kendrick Lamar himself. The subject line? The debt is paid. This is the twist that no one, not even Drake, saw coming. Sources are now reporting that J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar have been in secret communication for months. The theory? Cole didn't just take the money out of greed. He took it as a Trojan horse. Insider whispers suggest that Cole accepted the $15 million, funneled a portion of it into secret community projects in Compton and Fayetteville, and used the rest to fund the very leaks that are now destroying Drake. Cole played the ultimate double agent. He took Drake's survival money and used it to buy the shovel that is now digging Drake's professional grave. The reaction from other celebrities has been a bloodbath. Rick Ross immediately took to Instagram Live, laughing hysterically while eating a steak, shouting, "I told y'all the boy was a bank teller. He's not a rapper, he's a loan officer." Future posted a cryptic emoji, a bag of money, and a snake, while Metro Boomin simply tweeted, "The receipt's always clear." Even more insane is the leaked reaction from within the industry's corporate halls. Reports are surfacing that major sponsors are starting to pull back from Drake's 2026 Iceman campaign. A leaked memo from a global beverage brand reportedly said, "We cannot be associated with an artist involved in active industry racketeering and blackmail." Drake isn't just losing his reputation. He's losing his net worth in real time. But wait, it gets even more suspicious. As the world watched the OVO empire crumble, a new video surfaced on a private Discord server. It's a grainy 10-second clip of what looks like Drake in a heated argument with his own security team at the embassy in Toronto. He looks panicked, disheveled, and completely out of control. Rumors are swirling that his own team is starting to turn on him, afraid that they'll be caught in the legal crossfire of the Project Silence Fund. The pressure is so intense that people are calling for a full industry investigation. Was the 2024 beef rigged? Was the Big Three just a marketing scam? The division between fans is getting violent. Drake stans are desperately trying to claim the audio is AI generated, but Jay, Cole's longtime producer, Elite, posted a single devastating tweet that silenced the doubters. The truth is a hard pill to swallow, but it's time we all took our medicine. Just when you thought the escalation couldn't go any further, a new cliffhanger has emerged. A countdown timer has appeared on a mysterious website linked to J. Cole's The Fall Off rollout. The title of the page? The Full Confession. It's set to expire in 24 hours. The world is holding its breath. Is Cole about to release the actual video footage of the bribe? Is he about to show the world the face of the man who tried to buy the culture? New questions are rising. If Cole was a double agent, did Kendrick know the whole time? Was Not Like Us funded by Drake's own hush money? The irony is delicious, but the consequences are deadly. As we wait for that timer to hit 0, one thing is certain. The rap game will never, ever be the same. And Drake, he's not just an Iceman anymore. He's a man watching his world melt away. The fallout from J. Cole's confession didn't just stay in the rap world. It became a global cultural earthquake. Within hours, major news outlets like CNN, TMZ, and even Forbes were scrambling to verify the hush money trail. The headline across every screen: the death of the big three. Did Drake buy hip-hop silence? This isn't just about music anymore. It's about a total loss of faith in the culture. Social media has turned into a literal war zone. On TikTok, the OVO burn challenges, trending, where fans are filming themselves throwing their certified lover boy hoodies into bonfires. The anger is visceral. But on the other side, Drake's diehard fan base, the OVO Defense Force, is spiraling into a state of extreme denial. They are flooding the comments with claims that the voice notes are deepfake AI created by Kendrick Lamar's camp to sabotage the Iceman era. The division is so sharp that physical fights have been reported outside OVO store locations in Toronto and New York. The industry reaction? It's a bloodbath of silence and betrayal. Nicki Minaj, who has long been a Drake ally, posted a cryptic story on Instagram. Just a black screen with the word disappointed in tiny white letters. Fans are taking this as the final nail in the coffin. If the queen of OVO is turning her back, who is left? Meanwhile, Joe Budden went on a legendary 45-minute rant on his podcast, screaming at the top of his lungs, I told you he was a corporate puppet. You don't pay $15 million to appear unless you're terrified of the truth. But the most shocking reaction came from the new generation. Younger rappers like Yeat, Lil Yachty, and Central C, who many thought were Drake's protégés, have scrubbed their Instagrams of any photos with him. The Drake curse has taken on a whole new literal meaning. Nobody wants to be associated with a man accused of using a shell company to bribe the competition. Financial analysts are predicting that Drake could lose over $100 million in brand deals and future tour earnings by the end of the week. This isn't just a PR scandal. One Forbes contributor wrote, this is a violation of the unspoken code of the streets and the boardroom alike. You can't recover from being the bribe god. And what about the fans and middle child? J. Cole supporters are locked in a heated debate. One half is hailing him as a hero, the whistleblower who saved hip-hop. The other half is calling him a hypocrite, who sat on $15 million for 2 years while his fans offended his honor. The tension in the Dreamville Discord is so high that moderators had to shut down the chat. But as the world argues, a new, more terrifying development has emerged. A leaked internal memo from a major streaming platform suggests that they are considering removing Drake's music from their top editorial playlists until the investigation into Project Silence is concluded. If that happens, Drake's numbers, the one thing he always used to win, will plummet. The stage is set for a total industry reset. But amidst the chaos, one question remains. Why is Kendrick Lamar still silent? No tweets, no stories, no not like us celebrations. It's almost as if Kendrick is waiting for the perfect moment to drop the final hammer. And just as this section closes, a new, verified report has surfaced. Drake has reportedly checked out of his Toronto mansion and is heading to a private island in the Turks and Caicos. Is he running away from the scandal, or is he preparing his final counterattack? The world is watching. The fans are screaming and the industry is burning. But we just got a notification that J. Cole is about to go live on Instagram. This could be it. The moment of truth. The world thought the $15 million bribe was the peak of the scandal. They thought J. Cole being a double agent was the final twist. But what just happened in the last 10 minutes has made everything we've talked about look like child's play. As J. Cole's live notification popped up, millions flooded the stream, expecting confession. But the screen didn't show Cole's face. Instead, it was a dark, high-security server room with a single monitor glowing in the center. On that monitor, a file was being uploaded in real time. The file name? The Ghost in the Machine, OVOX Dreamville X Glang. And here's the final twist that is going to haunt your dreams. According to the documents flashing on that screen, the $15 million bribe wasn't Drake's idea. It was a triple cross. The leak suggests that Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, and even members of Drake's own inner circle have been planning this public execution of Drake's career since 2022. The documents imply that the 2024 beef was a meticulously crafted trap. Kendrick and Cole allegedly knew Drake would try to buy silence. They knew he would use his Project Silence fund. So they let him do it. They let him spend the money. They let him sign the NDAs. And they let him build a paper trail of corruption. Why? To ensure that when they finally struck, it wouldn't just be a rap battle. It would be a legal and financial assassination. Drake didn't just lose a beef. He was baited into committing industry racketeering. But it gets even scarier. The final document shown before the stream cut to black was a screenshot of a group chat titled The Big Three. The participants? Kendrick, Cole, and Drake's own mother, Sandy Graham. The implication is so shocking it feels unreal. Has Drake's own family turned on him? Is the Iceman so isolated that even his own blood is helping the competition dismantle his empire? The screen went dark just as a voice, sounding suspiciously like Drake's longtime producer 40, whispered, "It's over, Aubrey. We told you to stop." The suspense is now at a suffocating level. As we speak, Drake's plane has reportedly been grounded in Turks and Caicos by unspecified authorities. Is this a legal matter? Is the FBI getting involved in the Project Silence racketeering allegations? And the biggest cliffhanger of all? J. Cole's website timer just hit 0, but instead of a video, it replaced the countdown with a single coordinate. The location of the 2026 Super Bowl. Is J. Cole suggesting that the final showdown, the ultimate confession, is going to happen on the world's biggest stage? Is Kendrick Lamar going to bring J. Cole out to testify against Drake in front of 100 million people? The industry is in a state of absolute terror. No one knows who to trust. No one knows who is a double agent anymore. Every bridge is burned. Every secret is out. And yet, it feels like we've only seen the first act of the horror movie. As Drake sits in an island bungalow with no way to communicate and no allies left, the world is left wondering, what is a ghost in the machine file? And what happens when Kendrick Lamar finally opens his mouth? The drama isn't just escalating. It's mutating into something that could change the legal fabric of the music industry forever. Stay tuned, because we are monitoring these coordinates in the Ghost Files 24/7. This is no longer a game. This is a war for the very existence of the sixth god. I need everyone to stop and look at the chaos in the comments right now. This is history in the making. Is Drake truly the victim of an industry-wide trap, or is he the most corrupt artist we've ever seen? Was J. Cole a hero for being a double agent, or is he just as dirty for taking the $15 million in the first place? I want to hear from you. Now, type Team Kendrick if you think the empire deserved to fall, or Team Drake if you believe this is all an AI-generated conspiracy. And what do you think is in that Ghost in the Machine file? Let's spark the biggest debate in hip-hop history down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell, because we are tracking J. Cole's live coordinates as we speak. You do not want to miss the next update. It's going to change everything. Stay hyped, stay alert, and I'll see you in the next one.